Have you ever wondered why your toys stare at you in the middle of the night? Could they be alive? Could they harbor a soul? In the depths of our childhood imaginations, we've all had that one toy that seemed a little too real, a little too sentient, but none could hold a candle to the enigma that is Chucky. A seemingly innocent good guy doll, yet within its plastic confines it harbors the tormented soul of Charles Lee Ray, a notorious serial killer. Picture this. It's a chilling, stormy night. Law enforcement is closing in on Ray. Cornered and desperate, he seeks refuge in a toy store. Bullets fly, blood is shed, and Ray finds himself on the brink of death. But death is not an option for a man like Ray. No, he had different plans. Ray, with his dying breath, recites an ancient voodoo incantation, a forbidden ritual, a last-ditch attempt to cheat death. The desperate chant echoes through the aisles of the toy store, bouncing off the innocent faces of dolls and action figures. And then, something extraordinary happens. Ray's soul, dark and twisted, severs its ties with his mortal body and finds a new home in a good guy doll, a doll that would soon be known by a different name, a name that would send chills down the spine of anyone who dared to utter it. Chucky. This is the moment where a harmless plaything morphs into a living nightmare. The moment where a child's joy turns into a parent's worst fear. The moment where a doll becomes a vessel for a madman's soul. From that fateful night, the toy store was forever marked as the birthplace of a terror that would haunt countless dreams. For this was not just a doll, this was Chucky, a plaything possessed, a toy turned terror, and so a child's plaything turned into a thing of nightmares. What if your toy wasn't just a toy? What if it could walk, talk, and kill? Imagine, if you will, a doll, a seemingly innocent plaything with its glossy eyes and painted smile. Its name is Chucky, an unassuming moniker for a toy that's anything but. Now picture this. Chucky, the harmless doll, begins to change. Subtle at first, the transformation is as chilling as it is unexpected. His once vacant eyes now flicker with an eerie sentience, and his plastic limbs move with a life of their own. His voice, once a pre-recorded message of joy, now articulates words of pure malevolence. He's no longer a toy, but a sentient being capable of thoughts, actions, and yes, even emotions. But the most shocking change of all, Chucky's newfound thirst for violence, a transformation that culminates in his first kill, a moment so unexpected, so horrifying that it sends shockwaves through the unsuspecting audience. The once harmless plaything, now a cold-blooded killer. You see, Chucky isn't just a doll. He's a manifestation of the unimaginable horrors that can lurk within the most unlikely of places. He's the embodiment of our deepest fears, our worst nightmares brought to life in the form of a child's toy. This transformation, this chilling metamorphosis, is what sets Chucky apart from other horror icons. It's what makes him so terrifying, so enthralling, because he's not just a monster. He's a monster that was once an innocent toy, a monster that could be lurking in your very own home. And so we watch, captivated as Chucky continues his reign of terror. Each kill more chilling than the last, each moment more suspenseful. But through it all, one thing remains constant, the sense of dread that comes with knowing that Chucky, the child's plaything, has become a child's worst nightmare. And so, the child's plaything became a child's worst nightmare. How do you stop something that doesn't breathe, that doesn't bleed, that doesn't die? We're stepping into the chilling heart of our tale, the third act of our haunting narrative. We've traced back to the enigmatic origins and witnessed the chilling transformation. Now we're faced with the unstoppable menace. It's an insurmountable challenge, a terror that just won't fade. His name, Chucky. Chucky isn't your average antagonist. He's not flesh and blood, but plastic and stuffing. He's not bound by mortal constraints, and therein lies the core of his terror. He's been burned, dismembered, and even exploded. But just when you think he's been vanquished, he returns. Each time, stronger, more horrifying, and more relentless in his pursuit of mayhem. Consider it, the very idea of invulnerability. It's a concept that shakes us to our core, isn't it? The impossibility of defeat, the relentless advance of a menace that knows no end. It's the kind of terror that lingers, that haunts your dreams and darkens your waking hours. That is the terror of Chucky. He's been impaled on a factory machine, struck by lightning, and even thrown into a giant fan. But each time he comes back. He comes back not just to haunt, but to terrorize. Each resurrection is a testament to his tenacity, a chilling reminder of his invulnerability. Chucky isn't just a doll, he's a symbol of relentless terror, of the kind of fear that doesn't fade when the lights come on. He's a reminder that not all threats can be defeated, that some horrors are simply unstoppable. His invulnerability is a twisted form of immortality, a haunting echo of our own mortality. It's a chilling reminder of the relentlessness of fear, of the terror that lurks in the shadows and the nightmares that wait in the dark. So, we return to our initial question, a question that echoes through the annals of horror history. How do you stop something that doesn't breathe, that doesn't bleed, that doesn't die? The chilling answer? You can't. But that's the terror of Chucky, the unstoppable menace, the relentless terror, the haunting nightmare. Death was but a minor inconvenience for Chucky. Oh, what's more terrifying than a killer that can hide in plain sight? Imagine this. A fiendish mastermind with the power to manipulate, the ability to deceive, and the guise of an innocent plaything. This, my dear listeners, is the terror of Chucky, the seemingly harmless doll. His appearance, far from being a limitation, is his greatest weapon, allowing him to weave a web of deception around his unsuspecting prey. Chucky is no ordinary adversary. He is a master manipulator, a wolf in sheep's clothing, if you will. He presents himself as a mere toy, an object of childhood amusement, but beneath that benign exterior lies a mind of a seasoned killer. This facade allows him to infiltrate homes, gain trust, and strike when least expected. His small stature and doll-like features make it easy for him to blend into the background, to become just another piece of the scenery. This ability to hide in plain sight gives him a distinct advantage over his victims. He can observe, plan and execute his sinister plans without ever raising suspicion. Chucky's manipulation is not limited to his physical appearance. He has a knack for psychological manipulation as well. He exploits the trust and innocence of children, turning them into unwitting accomplices in his deadly games. He uses their fears and desires against them, bending them to his will, and adults are not immune to his machinations either. He sows seeds of doubt and paranoia, causing them to question their sanity, to mistrust their own eyes. He turns family members against each other, creating chaos and confusion. In the end, the terror of Chucky is not just in his capacity for violence, but in his ability to manipulate, to deceive, to infiltrate. He turns the familiar into the foreign, the safe into the threatening. He is a puppet master, and we are all just marionettes dancing on his strings. In the eyes of the unsuspecting, Chucky was just a doll. In reality, however, he is a master manipulator, a deadly predator hiding in plain sight. And that, my dear listeners, is what makes him truly terrifying. What if I told you Chucky is more than just a story? What if he is here among us? This chilling thought underpins the enduring legacy of Chucky, a character that has been etched into the collective psyche as a symbol of terror. Over the years, Chucky has risen from being a mere character in a horror film to a cultural icon that has redefined the genre. Chucky, with his sinister grin and fiery eyes, has become a fixture in popular culture, a testament to our fascination with fear. His image is ubiquitous, on t-shirts, in video games, across internet memes, and even in theme parks. He's not just a character, he's a phenomenon, an embodiment of the macabre that lurks within our everyday lives. His influence permeates beyond the confines of the screen, shaping our perception of horror. The very idea of Chucky, a child's toy turned malevolent, subverts our notions of innocence and safety. He plays on our primal fears, turning the familiar into the unfamiliar, the safe into the dangerous, the mundane into the monstrous. Chucky's enduring appeal lies in his ability to reflect our deepest anxieties back at us. His story serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk within even the most innocent of objects. He represents the unknown, the unpredictable, the uncontrollable. He is the embodiment of our worst nightmares, a symbol of the fears we dare not voice. He has not just shaped the horror genre, he has become a part of our cultural DNA. His legacy is a testament to our enduring fascination with the dark, the unknown, the terrifying. It's a fascination that transcends boundaries, uniting us in shared fear, shared thrill, shared anticipation. Chucky isn't just a doll. He's a symbol of the darkness that lurks within the most innocent of objects. And remember, he's always watching, always waiting, and always ready to play.